Hi guys, welcome to Crack Pairings Explained. This is Itachi and Sakura, or Itasaku, whichever way you want to do it, or label it. Really, this one, it's fairly easy to explain. It started out as probably a fan fiction, or maybe like a small little YouTube video. Somebody was like, you know what? I wonder what they would look like paired together. Did a couple of fan arts, did a fan fiction, did something, and it just took off. That is the most logical explanation to that. However, I did find some similarities between Itachi and Sakura that may have fueled this fandom to exponential heights, especially with the release of Boruto. Sasuke's not exactly the best character in there. They've really kind of turned him into a jerk, even more so than he was in Shippuden. He's an absentee father. Maybe to me, you guys may be like totally okay with the fact that Sarada has to ask him to train with her all the time. She's your freaking kid, bro. She shouldn't have to ask you for anything. You should want to train your daughter. I mean, do you not remember how Fugaku treated you? Why would you do the same thing to her? So that's the hints. That's one of the main reasons why I didn't like Sasuke at all. I didn't like him in the OG Naruto because he was just as much a bully to Naruto as supposedly Sakura is, which I know in the manga she really didn't bully him that bad as she did in the anime. But Sasuke was just as bad, and y'all seem to like him. I don't understand that. I mean, at least Sakura kind of stopped doing that, but Sasuke knows how to ruffle up his feathers, and y'all can say it was the rivalry thing all you want to, but if you're going to sit there and say that Sakura was bullying Naruto and that's the reason why you hate her, then you should hate Sasuke too, because he was doing the same thing. Yeah, he didn't call him an orphan or tell him that he loved him or anything like that, which I think you guys took that out of context too, because I think deep down the way she was confessing her love to him was a little bit different. Like, she was saying, I love you, you're like my family, you're a brother, and I don't want to lose you because I've already lost Sasuke. So in this concept of the Itachi and Sakura fandom, Itachi's kind of similar. Think about what he did. He lied to Sasuke. He made him believe he did all that stuff to the Uchiha clan. It's just to test out his strength so he would hate him and kill him and still have a future. Is it not the same? Now, different context. Yeah, I understand that. But the motives behind it were the exact same. Both of them are willing to sacrifice everything for those they care about. And they continue, and Sakura continues to do so. You can actually see that. She's sacrificing her own happiness, her own loneliness for Sarada and for Sasuke to be able to come home to somebody who loves him. Even though he may not love them back like that. Maybe his daughter, but like Sakura, I just don't see it. I'm sorry. Maybe Kishimoto should just write better. So going back down to where they were children, they had a similar haircut. I don't know why this would be considered as proof that they were a lot alike, but it is the same haircut. It's just Itachi's is smaller, and he looked really goofy with that haircut. I'm glad he let it grow out. Both are extremely intelligent at a young age. Like, they, I think her IQ is 174 and his is like 182, if I can remember how I went back to the data books. I'll go back and put it in the comment section if it's wrong. Shikamaru's being at, I think it was like 190 or 208 by the end of Naruto. So this is the thing about IQ. it goes up the more you learn. So in Boruto, Sakura's IQ is probably different from the data book of Naruto Shippuden. So we can't exactly say what IQ she has until there's another maybe a Boruto data book. I'm not sure if they'll do that. Like I said before, they both love deeply and with all their hearts. You see that with Itachi loving Sasuke the way he does, and Sakura loving Sasuke the way she does. I'm not saying that Sakura's love wasn't toxic or obsessive. What I'm saying is that after time of them being a team, she did come to actually love him. But the way Kishimoto wrote her, it made it a sickening kind of love. It was not only toxic for Sasuke, it was toxic for her. Because even Sasuke's behavior was damaging. They're just not Sasuke and Sakura are just not a good pairing. And I think whereas Itachi and Sakura could challenge each other mentally, and there would always obviously be an attraction, but I don't see it lasting because Itachi is going to be similar to Sasuke. He is going to be a little bit like his father, and it's going to be really hard for him to show his emotions. And I don't think he's going to have a problem with too much displays of public affection, but he's going to be limited. Like, he's not going to just flat out hug her and kiss her in public, but he may hold her hand, which that would even have been something to go by with the canon fandom, but you don't even get that. I'm sorry, I'm going through all my notes because I actually wrote this down so I didn't have to sit there and you have to hear clicking and of me going back and forth between pages. You can check out the official Naruto page to get profiles. They're both genjutsu types, which is extremely strange. I feel like Sakura was kind of let down in this because not only by Kakashi as he was written, but by Kishimoto, because I don't know, did he forget that he made her a genjutsu type? I think he did. Or maybe he was just like, oh, well, I put her on the wrong team for that. I'm not sure, but Kakashi really let her down, not only in the aspect of training, but also he could have helped her a whole lot. You can tell in the anime and even in the mangas that she held Kakashi with a lot of respect. And I think if he would have had that conversation to her about the toxicity between her and Sasuke, she actually would have listened to him. At first, maybe not when she was 12, but she had become older and she was smarter, and he could have had that conversation with her. He should have had it too when Sasuke, stabbed her through the heart in that genjutsu. I mean, the way they wrote Kakashi, and it's awful how he treated her, and I think that kind of a little bit sexist there. It just felt that way. It felt like he was trying to make Kakashi a sexist. Sure, he taught her genjutsu defense, but in actuality, she kind of already knew it if you think about it. She had Inner Sakura in the academy, and we already know that Inner Sakura fought Ino. So, she pretty much already had a defense against genjutsu, and that was in the academy. We also know that she was actually kind of training herself by watching her grow up, and I think it's one of the filler episodes that she was actually training herself, because she didn't have any friends and she didn't have any family to teach her anything. So a lot of people that are sitting there saying, oh, she's useless, I mean, to give her some credit there, because she went and she learned. She didn't have a big brother or a high powerful, like a high end powerful clan like the Uchihas or the Hyugas or anything like that. She had to teach herself, because her parents were civilians. They didn't know anything. So give Sakura some credit there. She did teach herself some stuff. Even Itachi kind of trains by himself, and he teaches himself new stuff. So they're both constantly trying to evolve themselves and do it the best way they can by themselves, or they like to do so by themselves. Their zodiacs are actually very compatible, Gemini and Aries. I will let you know, Sasuke and Sakura's zodiacs are also highly compatible, though it's portrayed very poorly. This could have helped Kishimoto understand, like, the attractiveness, because why would you give them a birth date if you didn't want people to look up the zodiac signs? I mean, you even have it listed on their data books that they're an Aries or they're a Libra or whatever. If you were going by zodiac, Sasuke and Sakura's relationship is actually friendship. Leos and Aries, they're not very compatible in a romantic sense. But in a friendship sense, they are the best of friends, because they can complement one another. And you do see that in their teamwork, but when you see them trying to have romance, it's not that. So maybe he actually did kind of do that right. But in the end, it's not a relationship that I see that would end well. So could it work? Yes, but that's a whole lot of work on both sides. And it, to me right now in Boruto, it seems like Sakura is putting forth a heck of a lot of work. And Sasuke just swoops in and his daughter's just completely infatuated, which I just don't understand that. Like, she should be upset with him. She should be mad at him. And you don't see any kind of emotion besides the time she called him annoying and Kakashi was trying to help, which was funny. Honestly, they do have a high sense of loyalty too. They're both loyal to their village, and they would do anything to protect it and the ones they love. So they're loyal not only to their village but to their family. I think that's really pretty. Actually beautiful for them. It's a good basis for fan fiction if anybody wanted to do that. Sakura has a photographic memory. So she remembers things, and she can memorize things, and she can improve from learning those. So, and we already know Itachi has a pretty high IQ himself. He can figure things out. You see that quite a bit in his story and some of the video game arcs and fillers. The rise in fandom, I think, actually came from a Road to a Ninja movie where he picks her up bridal style. And even though I can tell you that is cute, and the inner part of me that is a Itachi and Sakura fan of them being a couple swooned. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I fangirled. I thought it was so cute. And was like, why can't Sasuke do this? And then I started noticing Sasuke never picked her up like this. Ever. Kakashi did. Naruto did. Itachi did. I don't know if it's... I don't know, something's going on. Like, I don't understand why Kishimoto is like totally breaking off. And he's taken inspiration from several different animes. So if you're going to take inspiration from several different animes, you might as well keep that age-old bridal style, falling in love kind of crap that a lot of animes seem to keep going with. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to edit this. I don't have a whole lot of time. I was exporting the original audio and somehow it got deleted. I don't know what happened. It was playing when I got it uploaded on YouTube. I let it play back so I could hear it, and it was gone. Like you could hear the music that I'm playing right now, but you could not hear me talk. And I opened it back up into the software and found out that the audio track, for some deranged reason, was gone. So I had to redo this. So I'm going as fast as I can, so I have no time to edit. There are several times in Boruto she looks like Itachi. I don't know if you can consider that. I mean, like, a lot of stuff could be just like coincidence and, you know, time constraint, and animators just didn't have time to make a kid Itachi look like, you know, a kid Itachi, and just, you know, recycled a bunch of hairstyles and stuff like that. Zodiac seems to be the only thing that's compatible, and that's the research of the two Zodiacs and not the characters themselves. So, yeah, I know Itachi has they both have a low tolerance to immaturity. And I know people are saying, when did he show this? He did show this. Remember when Sasuke was acting like a total brat? When he got reanimated? And he was acting like a total brat? And Itachi says, I don't have time for you? He's getting agitated. You can tell by the tone of voice. Voice actors, they're told like what emotions or what. They're coached. So the character is conveying the correct emotion. And I could tell Itachi was starting to get irritated with Sasuke being the way he was and acting the way he was at that time. And when Sasuke says that he was going to destroy the leaf, you could really see and hear that Itachi was upset with him and his immaturity. Sakura, you see it with Naruto. I wish in the anime she didn't hit him as often, but I understand the comic relief that, you know, Japan has. I understand that, but I just kind of wish it was like a little calmed down, because it does look abusive. It really does. Poor Naruto. And instead of like teaching him, she's beating on him. And I think that's just like kind of crazy to me, that it's so frequent. I mean, not even in Dragon Ball did you see Chi-Chi hit Goku all the time. Itachi likes the cherry blossom flower, mainly in his dango. I'm not sure what kind of dango that is, so hit the comment section. You guys can let me know. They both live by their emotions and heart. Just because Itachi doesn't show his emotions and has been acting cold this whole time does not mean he does not have them. You see several times where his emotions do kind of get the better of him. Most of the time that's involving Sasuke. And for Sakura, it's Sasuke and Naruto, and it's people she cares about. So, and that goes back to the aspect of the only people that get to see the real versions of them is the people that they actually care about. And I've seen more of the real Itachi with Shisui. And we see more of the real Sakura with, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it, Naruto. We see the real Sakura with Naruto. And we see the one that is desperate for affection. I think there's an underlining reason for this kind of behavior with her. With her family being civilians, I don't think they understand why about the ninjas and everything. I know they show her parents doting on her and stuff like that, but we've all kind of learned from what happened with Kakashi that the village is not exactly friendly. And then we've also learned this with the Uchiha clan as well, but they're not exactly friendly. And with her parents being civilians, they don't understand the ninja world. They will never understand it. They know it's there, but they'll never understand it. So I think there's an underlining reason for why she was so obsessive with Sasuke and wanting his attention. I don't think it was necessarily romantic at first. And she was just trying to fit in with the other kids because the other girls, they were just so in love with Sasuke. I think at first it was an act, and she did eventually end up caring for him. And she mistaken that for love because maybe her parents are treating her a little different than people think. I mean, on the outside, it looks like, oh, they're the doting parents. They love her so much. But you also see when Sakura sees them, she looks a little apprehensive. Like, oh, when I get home, they're gonna do their stuff. They were just, if I remember correctly, they were bullying her just as much as the kids in the academy were. They were picking on her, and I'm like, that's your own kid. Are you serious? That's not funny. No parent thinks that's funny. Why is the fandom so popular? Honestly, I think it's because nobody wants to see Sakura with Sasuke. They see the Itasaku pairing as what it is, toxic. It is a toxic relationship, and it's doomed for failure. Yes, they have a kid, but in the real world, I want to tell everybody this, in the real world, no girl or guy showing this kind of toxicity will get the one that they want. And here's the thing about the real world too, crushes come and go. And I think they really kind of destroyed the story, like the romantic side of Naruto. If you were going for that and you did 699 chapters of Naruto and Sakura, you should have never made Itasaku. You should have never done it. Because the development that Naruto and Sakura got as, two individuals coming together should have been Sasuke and Sakura. It's it's just bad. It's just really bad how they went with it. The same concept goes for Naruhina. Naruto and Sakura should have took a back burner. We already knew they were friends. We already knew they were teammates. And that Hinata should have got some of the scenes that Sakura got. So Naruhina was actually moving forward. Neji shouldn't even got killed for it. That was stupid. That was really, really stupid. Because did everybody just forget in the paint arc she said I love you, and all the talk no jutsu that Naruto did? I doubt seriously that he confused love with food. That is the most stupidest explanation I have ever heard in my life, and everybody fell for it. Just about everybody fell for it. For that explanation. No, dude. You just don't want to admit that if you were fixing to do a switch and you were gonna do the Naruto and Sakura, but you didn't want to make the other toxic fandom members mad, and you placated fandom. You did fan service, and I don't know how you can fix that, because I know quite a few people that I'm friends with stopped being a fan of Naruto at that point because of it. So I said a couple of similarities that they do have. They're both incredibly intelligent. Their shuriken jutsu, their trap making skills, all of that are pretty equal. So all you people who are doing the Itachi versus Sakura and making him win just about every little bout, quit overrating the guy. Because even in his data book, it says his stamina sucked. And his chakra level is nowhere near her. His chakra control level is nowhere near hers. She's got almost perfect chakra control, and he does not. So, whereas he would be using more chakra, she's actually using less. So, yeah, you guys really need to revamp that. Stop doing that. And number one, he's sick. There was no Itachi Prime. So quit doing it. Quit saying, "Oh, he was Prime when he was with the Edo Tensei." No, he wasn't. He was dead. You can say the same thing. Was that Madara Prime? No, it wasn't. Madara Prime was when he fought Hashirama way back when. I just don't understand that. There was no Prime for Itachi because he died before he could even reach it. And he was too weak by the poison. With that said, I do support this fandom, but it's not one that actually has kind of any real backing besides somebody wrote a fan fiction. They drew a fan art. They did it AMV or something. And it took off. It became popular just by choice. Or people just saw it and said, you know what? He looks better with her than Sasuke. Then they started learning more about Itachi's personality, and then they started really liking them together. But there's really no basis. Both times that they supposedly have met each other, one was a fake Itachi, and the other one was another fake Itachi. It was Road to a Ninja. I almost said Road to Boruto. Oh my lord! So no, this fandom is basically a fan fiction that just took off. I'm kind of glad it did, because I mean, Kishimoto obviously knew about it because he put that scene in there where he picked her up bridal style. So, I mean, that was probably to troll us Itasaku fans. But still, even in Road to a Ninja, even in the series Boruto, there's more chemistry between Sakura and Naruto than any of the other characters. And they're supposed to be married and have kids of their own. Besides Sai and Ino and Shikamaru and Tamari. Those two are so cute. Those two pairings are so cute. But as always, I thank you guys for, watching, and hopefully this mic made me sound better. Oh, and just to give you a few tidbits about me, I am from the South. I have an accent. And you will hear it, especially if I become passionate. If I start talking very, very passionately, I tend to go an octave higher. Or I get nervous and I start to mumble, which is really crazy for me too. I am a fan of Itachi and Sakura, Itasaku, Shisusaku, Shisui, and Sakura. Rock Lee and Sakura, I understand the pairing, but I don't really like it that much. It's like at my bottom choices for Sakura. And it's not because I think Rock Lee is just not good for her. I think he's just as obsessive as she is, especially in the original OG Naruto. And he kind of grows out of that, which is really good. I just think he's too nice for her. And the way that he portrays himself, like he would do anything for her, doesn't help her. See, I think a relationship should be, they're walking side by side and they complement each other. Not one side gives all the way to one side and then the other, and the other gets nothing. That's not a relationship. I think they're better off as friends. That's just my personal opinion. If you like Rock Lee and Sakura being together, more power to you. Vote for them when I get their names up there. I know I'm a little bit late on getting this video out. I promised everybody I would have it out yesterday, and lo and behold, my audio went missing. So I had to redo this as fast as possible. So any editing errors, or if I said something out of context, or you have more that you can contribute to me, that's fine. Hit me up in the comment section. One day I'll probably revamp this and change it, and maybe add more commentary to it. But I try to not make this as long as an hour. I don't want to go over an hour. I don't want to really go over 30 minutes, but I already have. But Itachi and Sakura, yeah, it'd be cute. But I see it not ending in the same way as Sasuke and Sakura's toxic relationship would happen. I know it won't be toxic, but it would end because Itachi is still going to be as withdrawn as Sasuke to a certain extent because of how they were both raised. And Sakura looks like the person that wants everybody to know that they're together and that they're happy. She's like a typical girl in love. And unfortunately, the way they're portraying Sasuke is it's not the same. And Itachi, he would prove to her that he loved her, but he would also want the privacy and closed doors. He's not going to be publicly affectionate as much. I know he would probably show it, but he's not going to show too much. As for Sarada, that's another thing is I get a lot of people saying, oh, Sarada won't exist if she gets with somebody else. Yes, she will, especially another Uchiha. Sarada would exist. She would just have a better father. Okay? She would just have a better dad. At this point, just watching Boruto, I think I've only made it to like 20 episodes and I just quit. I can't do it. Just stop telling me to watch Boruto. I can't do it. Knowing that Sasuke is being an absolute jerk to his daughter, I cannot do it. And that's the mother in me, because I have 2 children, and I just could not live with that at all. Did Kishimoto not learn anything from everybody being angry about Yashahime with Shisamaru being the same way? Yeah. Go look at those side by side, and Yashahime is about 20 episodes before the first episode of Boruto. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But at this point, even Madara would be a better father. Even Obito. And I'm not a big fan of that, because they're like 14 years apart. Which, I don't see any problem with that if it was of age. Like I'm saying, Sakura was like 18 or 20. She was an adult. Yes. I would agree to that. But there's not very many scenes that could even remotely be like, yeah, her and Obito. And besides, that would be one-sided too, guys. That would be totally one-sided. You Obisaku fans, that's totally one-sided, because the only thing he sees in Sakura is Rin. So he would only get with her out of being obsessed with Rin. Kakashi and Sakura, which is the next video. I'm so glad you guys voted on that. And congratulations to Kakashi and Sakura, Kakasaku. You guys have won the next video. I see it, but I don't. I understand it, but I also don't. I see a really good friendship and good teamwork. But I also see why some people would think it was something different. But that's on the next video. So, as always, you guys take care. Stay safe. Be blessed. And I will see you next time.